Welcome back to a Class of Their Own podcast. I'm Diddy Noseball, joined by Footy Delight. Today we're going to be recapping the Porte Invitational. We're going to talk about the NIBC underrated players, the
hmm
underwhelming players, and then we're going to preview Hoop Hall, the next coming NIBC event, but it also has other star players and teams in there. So, Footy, the Laporte Invitational. The first game, it was Montverde and Sunrise.
Sunrise.
So, what were your thoughts on that game?
it was a good game on both ends. Derek Queen. Hey, okay, we give Derek. Hey, man, we got to talk about this because we talk a lot about it. A lot of people like we give a lot of criticism on a lot of these dudes, but when they playing up the part, we do commend them at the same time. So we got to give Derek Queen props this week because he was averaging 29 and probably about damn near 8 to 10. And
Mm,
our thing with Derek Queen is that we used to say he just wasn't athletic, or what we saw at the time, he wasn't athletic enough. He didn't move well. Like he was just kind of like a weird prospect. And yesterday, well, over the weekend, watching watching him play, it's like he's starting to get a feel. You starting to see him like do more, and it's impressive when you don't see nothing from him, and then when you see him have days where he's averaging 29 for 2 games, it's like, damn, could this be the norm? Did he figure it out? So sometimes when we criticize people, it's just because we don't see the hype that they be talking about. And it was a good game. Like Sunrise ain't no punks. And he did that. Like they got some guys over there. So
yeah,
the guys he did that against is like that's not like when he did that against Bishop Wall. He did that
yeah,
against Sunrise too. So that's like, man, that wasn't no fluke. That's
yeah.
just Derek Queen showed up in the tournament. So that's what I want to touch on. But all in all, that was a good game. I liked it. That was a good game.
Bro, Derek Queen ate John Bow lunch, bro. I'm not go cap. Cause like, bro, I like John Bow.
I
Like
like Jumbo Ball too.
he a real protector, and I feel like he fit perfect on Sunrise. I like Sunrise. I've been liking them since
Yeah,
last year. I like
yeah,
I
for
like how
sure.
they construct their roster. But Derek Queen, bro, that nigga was looking like I don't even know who he was
Man.
looking like. He was looking like Shaq, Al Jefferson,
Oh
or
God.
somebody. I was like, bro, I think he was 13 for 20 or 14 for 20. Let me make sure
Yeah,
because
look
it
at
was
that. Cause
something.
he wasn't, bro. He wasn't missing. He had that paint on lock, bro. He really had that paint on lock. And I was like, man, Derek Queen is really going out for real.
He
Two
had
games.
he had 34 points, 11 rebounds, two assists, two steals, a block.
Wow.
He went 14 for 20. Woof. But
Wow.
let me go through the rest of what everybody else was doing. Chris Johnson, 6 for 19, 14 points. Liam McNeely, 2 for 6, 8 points.
Woo.
Curtis Givens, 5 points. And then Cooper Flag had 4 points. And then I think Marvell Allen had 1 point. Nobody else scored. So he literally was carrying them. Like, and then you could tell though, you watch the game from start to finish, you were Derek Queen, Derek Queen, Derek Queen. I feel like
Yeah.
his footwork is amazing. He a good passer. He got a soft
Mhm.
touch, and it's just like you said, a feel for the game. And
Yeah.
I think, and then Sunrise. Let's be real, Sunrise sold down the stretch.
They did. They
Sold down
did.
at that game one. I think
Hell yeah.
Buzelis threw the ball away, and then Scotty Middleton fouled for no reason.
Stupid.
So it's like when nobody doing nothing on my bird but Dairy Queen. And then you could say everybody, all three of Sunrise Big Three stepped up. Layden Blocker,
Yep.
Scotty Middleton, and Buzelis. Because Scotty Middleton came out with the flamethrower. I'm really kind of
Facts.
glad he didn't do nothing else. I don't think he scored outside of that first quarter, but he had 13 first quarter points.
Yeah.
So I would like to see more consistency throughout the game from him. When he
hmm
started well, Buzelis came along in the second half. Layden Blocker made several plays within the meantime. I felt like that was a game Sunrise. That was a game Sunrise should have won just
Yeah.
because everybody played good, and nobody played that good for Montverde outside of Derek Queen. Because you look at Sunrise, Buzelis was 50% from the field, 2 for 5 from three.
Hmm.
He had 23 and 12, 2 blocks, 2 steals.
Yep.
Scotty Middleton, he was 6 for 10, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Miro Little, he had 12 points. And it just was a little bit more balanced on Sunrise part. But the fact that they didn't get this win, and this NIBC, bro,
Yep.
it's kind of like that shit damn near like football. Any given game, just because it's just up in the air. I feel like Sunrise wish they could have that back. But props to Derek Queen, he absolutely took over that game, bro.
Big props to Dairy Queen because we give like because one thing about us, we not biased. So we be on a lot of these we watch a lot of these dudes live, and when we watched Dairy Queen, we wasn't too impressed with where he was. But he's showing that he's getting better. He's showing that he's growing, that he's getting feel right, touch, everything. He kind of showing like, all right, they may say I'm not athletic, they may say I ain't the fastest, but I'm gonna be real good at this right here. And if you can find your niche early and just be able to do that real good, and you got a future.
Real
We ain't no
talk.
telling how that feel to be perfect for college. Ain't no telling how he gonna turn out. If he keep doing it like that, he's for sure gonna eat.
I feel like the only thing he's missing is he just needs to get his body right.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
it.
what I mean?
That's
Gus
it.
Yalden for Lalu Mir. I just want them to
Hmm.
get their bodies right because the
I like
skill,
Gus.
the skill and the touch, they got passing ability. Like they can score in the post. They got a little midi game. They
Yeah,
good passers. It's like it's just their bodies that aren't there yet. So I feel like Derek Queen probably him and Gus Yalden have been the best skilled, the most skilled bigs so far in the NIBC in terms of just polish, like
yeah.
actual polished bigs that can do stuff like
I agree with that.
so. But anything else about this game? Like anybody you disappointed with? Anything you was like, oh man,
Marvell Allen. Marvell Allen. I look, okay, with Montverde guards, we talked about this before. Montverde guards have been not performing. They
yeah,
haven't been performing. Like it's been at this point where it's kind of consistent. Like
yeah,
it's real consistent at this point. Like Marvin Allen was supposed to be when we found out he was transferring over there. We was kind of like, okay, this will get him they adding somebody else, and he should be able to, do his thing over here. This would be a perfect fit for him the way his play style is. And I haven't seen a game where I've been impressed with him yet. So it's like I feel like they guards, like ain't no way Derek Queen should have been the only one really putting up them numbers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Come on,
But
ain't no way. And the guards are just out there. Like, look, I'm
Chris
here.
Johnson took 19 shots. He hit six. He took 19 shots, bro. He was
Come
six for
on,
19.
man. Come on, like it's unacceptable for the guards. You know what I'm saying? They guards gonna have to step up. But besides that, like I said, big props to Queen, and he literally carried them for that win. Like they was on his back. He had to do what he had to do because he beat a three-headed monster who was playing well. So you
Mm.
just got to give Queen his credit. I mean his credit, and I ain't got too much to say about that.
How do you feel about them using Cooper Flag? Because Cooper Flag was shot 50%. He was only
Man,
took 4 shots. He was 2 for 4, but then he had 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Like he had a steal, like he still impacted the game if you watched it. Because I felt like he done a pretty good job on defense. I just think
thanks.
Buzelis just was hitting shots. I feel like he's doing a good job on him. Buzelis just was hitting shots. But I feel like Cooper Flag has to be more involved on the offense because
Very. Bro. I really think they gotta find a way to let him get his bag off. They don't. I
yeah.
don't think they allow him to score. They just want him to take a couple shots and want him to do everything else around scoring. No, let him score. Ain't no
Do
way.
you,
Come on, man. Their Queen had to do everything.
do you
They
think
got
that's
to.
because he's just a sophomore, or do you think that's just because they don't know how to use him?
I'm gonna say because with somebody who can do it all, you can't. Like you. I wouldn't say you like it's hard for them to use him because he do everything so well. I just think they ain't trying to give him everything because he's a sophomore. Because look at the sophomores we done seen that's in the NIBC. They don't really they play like they'll play like Isaiah Harwell. He
Mhm.
play, but like they don't give him too much of the, you know what I'm saying, the everything. He not the leader, so they don't let him do too much. It's like a couple people, or the sophomores or the freshmen who they get in the game and play crucial minutes, but they don't let them do too much in the offense. And it could be a little bit of both. Like Montver probably just ain't trying to run stuff through him or just trying to use him how he really could be used yet. So I think it's probably a little bit of both. It could be a little bit of both.
Because honestly, I think he their best player, and for him to only take 4 shots,
Facts.
it's
Come
just
on,
kind of
man.
like what's going on. Because I don't. He's a good shooter. He got a good midi. Like he can handle the rock a little bit. I feel like when that second unit come, I would like to see Flag play with McNeely, Kwame Evans,
Yeah.
and Sean Stewart because I feel like they play good together. But then when they on the court together, Cooper Flag, his offense gets unlocked a little bit more. Because I feel like
Yeah.
him and Sean Stewart got really good chemistry. I don't even know. Sean Stewart don't even seem like he's in the rotation like that.
Man. But I ain't gonna lie. When I be watching them games, when I do check out the Motherfucker games, bro, I probably see Sean Stewart like 4 times. And it be real quick. It don't even be like, no, I'm seeing him a whole quarter. It be real quick. I'm starting to think he battling the injury or something because I rarely see him.
He's played 17 minutes. He played
Damn.
17 minutes.
What's his
Kwame
stats?
Evans only played 10. Sean Stewart was 0 for 3 from the
I
field,
was say I
0
don't even
points,
remember him scoring.
1 block, and 2 rebounds. Like,
Yeah, he wasn't out there
ain't he
then.
like top 20? Ain't he like top 15 player?
Top 50, boy. I think he top. If I'm not mistaken, bro, probably top 10, top 13. You
Let
want
me,
to be
let me,
technical? Go look.
let me shut up.
I know they
Yeah,
had Sean Stewart kind of in there. He was
but
kind of, you
because
know what I'm saying?
did he do anything in your head that made him lose minutes like this? Because he was starting when
Uh,
Dirk was.
I ain't seen the last couple games I watched. Nah, I ain't see. Huh? When we posted. But yeah, I ain't seen nothing him do nothing crazy.
He's
Like
ranked
on some
7th. That's crazy.
7.
Yes.
Wow,
Don't
he's
get
probably the
no
worst 7 I done seen.
don't get no burn.
Ain't
I
no
told you
way.
I don't like this class, Footy. Like I'm gonna scream that from the mountaintops. I don't like this class.
Yeah,
I think
this class after last year class, this is a big downgrade. Like I'm talking about,
terrible.
a lot of these players ain't really looking up to part. And I always come back to this. I always see why DJ won now. I always see it every time. You remember we used to be like, oh, anybody else
Yeah,
can be one, and we give it to this person. But every
yeah.
time it come down to their class, it goes back to okay, I see why DJ won
He
because a
seemed like
lot
he
of
be the
these
only
dudes
one
are in.
going for 30. He seemed like he be the only dude going for 30 in big games and 25 here and there.
Come
Like he
on,
seemed like he's
man.
the only
Like,
one that's like getting big numbers.
and when we watch everybody else, like when we watch Justin Edwards, we went to that game for Justin Edwards and
Yeah.
left a fan of the backcourt.
Yeah,
Like
no.
that's some of the crazy. Like, bro, we and it's crazy when we talked about that. We had to give them credit because we like, man, Justin Edwards ain't got nobody because we ain't seen nobody. And we watched them. They actually got a solid team, and Justin Edwards is like the third option. And if
Yeah.
you rank how you ranked and you're not even the main guy, really, like, man, this
Hey,
class is,
he
man,
played pretty good against Columbus, but they sophomore.
yeah,
So
he
I
did,
guess
yeah, he
Collier
did.
he wasn't too much on them. But we'll move on to anything else you want to say about this game because I ain't gonna
Nah,
lie,
yeah, I think we touched everything.
it was pretty cut and dry, man. This was the Dairy Queen game. We gonna just call it
Oh
the
yeah,
Dairy Queen game.
the Dairy
Hey,
Queen game for sure.
Booz Ellis played good too. Scotty Middleton
Yeah,
did too, but
yeah,
they,
they did their part, but man, Dairy Queen just he beat them first of all, and he was
yeah.
did it by himself. So you just got to give him that game.
Uh, the next game I wanted to talk about for the Laporte Invitational was Wasatch and La Lumiere. We're gonna kind of go in order. And about this game, it just feels like I'm gonna start with La Lumiere.
Yeah,
I really love their starting lineup. I
yeah,
love Lala Mir's starting lineup. I think Gus Yalden. We're gonna talk about our underrated players, but Gus
Gus,
Yalden
big Gus, Gus to bus.
is cold, bro. And he had like
And I done seen Gus a couple games too. He be
he's a
kind of
thug.
clutch too. He always come in big crucial moments. And then I done seen when times where like the game was like probably be down like 3-4, and he'll be yelling like when he get his bucket, like he got the I could tell in college, bro. He's so ready for college ball, bro. I fuck with Gus. I fuck with Gus.
He took 6 threes against Wasatch. He made 3 of them. He had 13 points, 7 rebounds,
7 rebounds, yeah.
like in 22 minutes. So he didn't even play a lot of minutes.
Efficient.
I do want to talk about Caleb Glenn because you know how I feel about Caleb Glenn. I really don't like him that much,
Yeah,
but I do think he has like, and I think I'm hard on him because his frame
yeah,
is an NBA frame.
yeah,
He about 6'7",
yeah,
about 210, 215, chiseled. Like he has an NBA body right now.
yeah.
Uh,
Facts.
he could play on the wing and not look out of place. My problem with Caleb Glenn is his touch around the basket. He's a poor finisher. He's a
Yeah.
poor finisher. He's an inconsistent scorer as a whole. But I
Facts.
will give him his props against Wasatch down the stretch. He made it seem like he made all the big plays down the stretch. It was like because another guy when we go get to when we talk about the underrated list, Zay Lowry.
Yep.
Zay Lowry and
Underrated.
Gus Yalden was carrying Lala Murray against Wasatch.
Facts.
And when the crucial moments came, then Caleb Glenn came and he came through. Because I think Caleb Glenn in this game, he went 2 for 13. 2 for 13. But he had 11 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. So he's the type of guy that he's even when he having a bad shooting night, he's gonna make him have himself at least a good to decent game. So
Yeah.
I will give him that credit because coming in, I was just like, oh man, this dude because he was like top 5 in scoring, like
Yeah.
during like the first couple tournaments. And I think he done dropped to like 12 now just because he been kind of in a shooting slump. But the fact that wasn't scared in the fourth quarter, he still was taking shots that the superstar shots that a superstar would take. I
Yeah.
did appreciate that, and I will give him his props. But I think Lalo Murray, the only thing they missing is depth because
Yeah.
you
That's
look
it.
at they seem like they play their starters the whole game.
They
I feel like
do. They play them all the time.
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I've never seen. I don't even know a lineup where they not in. You know what I'm saying? Where the starters not in. I think every time I see them, everybody's playing. Like literally, they got their whole that starting lineup be playing. They don't. They depth is trash. Like they ain't got nobody to really move around. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Paul Ben Cardi said that. I think he
yeah,
said like they was low on like they depth is real thin. I think he was
yeah.
saying that. So you can see
How do you
that from the eye test though.
how do you feel about that big three? With Lowry, Glenn, and Yalden.
That's that big three is like when they all playing together is as similar as it is to Sunrise Big Three. They can
Mhm.
when they all playing together at one time, like when everybody doing what they got to do and doing what they supposed to do, it can be up to par just like that. It's already hard to have a big three anyway in high school, like unless people jumping on teams. But that the big three they got and the big three that Sunrise got is like perfectly meshed, especially when they own together. When they own, you can't beat them. You know what I'm saying? So that big three is a solid big three for real. Like you can't. Zay Lowry is one of the probably the most underrated guard in this NIBC. Like I
Can I
can't
go through
say
his stats? Can I go through his
yeah,
stats? You know
go.
I
Yeah,
love
go
him.
ahead, do your thing.
He had 14 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks, and a
Hmm.
steal. He's a shooting guard.
Yep.
4 from 8 from three. Like, bro, I
He
love that
he
nigga,
play
man.
I think what I like about Zay is he played a guard, that shooting guard spot, like how they used to back then, where they
Yes.
doing a lot, where the shooting guard doing everything kind of. And he played well. He looked well. He looked real good when he playing. Like he ain't never looking like he's too low, too high. He just like real smooth. Like he just played the game like a guard supposed to play it. He do come on, 9 rebounds. Come on, like you know what I'm saying? That's old 2000 shooting guard type play, like where the guards just do really all of the above. You know what I'm saying? So Zay Lowry gonna be real big. He gonna be real special. He gonna be real special. He got the nice size. He already kind of built well too. Nice size. Like I think he gonna be straight.
The only thing is with him is like he limited when it comes to creating,
Yeah,
but he can hit the three. He can attack a closeout in a straight line, and
facts.
he's the best. I'm gonna say it. I don't care what nobody say. He the best perimeter defender in the NIBC, bro. We
Yeah,
gonna
he
get
top
to it
tier for
when we
sure.
get to the Lala Murray and Luhigh game. But Zay Lowry, he had 2 blocks and a steal. Shooting guard, 2 blocks. That just lets you know his
You
defensive
at that
instinct.
spot, you gotta play defense at that spot. You shooting guard, man. You going to shooting guard. You gotta play defense, and the fact that's why I like him. Like he's doing everything that you need in the shooting guard and more. Like you can't. Come on, man. He doing
Okay.
everything. You gotta commend that.
We got to talk about Wasatch a little bit now. I think Wasatch is like one of my least favorite teams to watch.
They
Just me
built.
being honest.
I don't like the way Wasatch built. It's
Oh,
like they it's the
talk about
it's
it.
the weirdest built team. They got like a lot of little undersized or just not well put together. I think the only person that's like nice size like Isaiah Harwell and probably it's a couple, but like what's his name? What's bro name? Bows
Colin Murray.
Boyle Boys, yeah, Boys. Like he real like kind of like he looked big, but he smiled at the same time. Like they lineup is just weird.
Osiris Grady, so overrated.
Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like
He a
Grady. I
big
don't
man
like.
going 1 for 5. He went 1 for 5 against
Come on,
Lala.
bro. Like they team is just it's real.
Can I
It's
can I
like
go through
coaching and
can I go through
playing.
how they shot real quick, buddy?
They yeah, please. So they shoot bad all the time.
RJ Jones, who's supposed to be their best player, 2 for
Yes.
12, 0 for 4 from 3.
Mm-mm.
Jeremiah Johnson, he was the only one that was kind of efficient, 4 for 9, 11 points. Isaiah
Yeah.
Harwell, well, he played pretty decent, 4 for 9, 1 for 2 from 3, 9 points. Colin Murray Boyles, 3 for 7.
Yep.
Osiris Grady, 1 for
1 for
5 at the
5.
center spot. It's like that's just nasty. Only one player had over 10, and it's just like that's just nasty, bro. You can't get over 10. Your best player
Yeah.
got the best player in the game had 11 points, and that was Jeremiah Johnson. And it's like, I don't know. RJ Jones had 1 assist, 3 turnovers.
See
Harwell had
at the
5
guard
assists,
spot.
but it's just I don't like Wasatch, bro. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep it real. I don't like Wasatch. Fool. Do you
They
want to
not,
talk about
bro. They
Wasatch?
not really. They weren't
Yeah.
impressive, and it's always like this when we watch Wasatch. They always shoot bad. We went like I seen a couple games where RJ Jones was on, but it was like because they won the game and they had to give it to somebody to you know what I'm saying. And I seen games where he was probably like the only efficient person at the time. So it's always up and down with them, and they offense is not. They don't really do nothing too crazy. They kind of like AZ with offense too, so we ain't really got to talk about them. We just move on. Really.
Okay. So
It ain't
the
too.
next game I want to talk about is IMG versus Oak Hill. It was another fun game to watch. I ain't gonna stunt. Anytime I watch IMG, it's a fun game.
Man,
I feel like they had the best offense in terms of passing. La Lumiere, the best shooting team. Uh, Montverde, the most balanced team. IMG, the best passing team. I think AZ is the best defensive team. Uh,
hold on. Well, yeah, you can say that. I got a runner up for best defensive team. I think Luhigh is underrated. Underrated defensive team.
I like Luhigh, but if
I
AZ
think
was
they.
playing the defense they
Nah,
play,
AZ
win.
different. AZ different. They different. But I just
When
I
you
had to
say
throw my
team,
underrated.
not
Yeah,
not
Luhigh.
Luhigh is probably the most underrated team in the NIBC. Period. I feel like they
Oh yeah,
could
you right.
possibly be the second best team after Montverde.
They gonna. I think they're gonna be that team like. when the when the championship come, and if a team that I wouldn't be surprised to win it, but nobody else would think they would win, will be them. Like if they
Yeah.
pull it out, I'm not gonna be like, damn, this crazy, ain't see that coming. Like they aggressive. So now you got a point, but yeah, AZ defense, I'm not taking away from them. We knew that. We knew that when we first watched that team when they got assembled. When AZ had the new AZ, when we seen all the people they had, and we seen them in that first little tournament before the basketball season really started, and we seen their defense when they beat the Columbus, when they beat Columbus, I think they probably had 70 or probably 60 points today, like 30 to 40, like big defensive game, like they shut them down. So they ain't no
Mhm.
screw ups on defense
And
end. I think that's they most powerful trait. I'm gonna say that.
whoa, this is a crazy stat. IMG had 18 assists. He had 18 assists. For a high school game, 8-minute quarters, that's good as hell. They had 18 assists,
Like a
bro.
mud.
They had three players over 4 assists. That means that ball is whipping. And I'm a
Facts.
ooh, and it, bro. IMG just
Ooh,
not because
I
look,
love IMG, bro. They one of my favorites in the NIBC.
Blue Kane, 17 points, 7 for
No
15,
doubt.
6 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 steals.
No doubt.
McCoy Hutchins, 8 for
Wow,
12, 16 points, 5 assists.
that's so efficient.
Like,
That's so
like
efficient.
Jameer Jones. I love Jameer Jones. 12
Yeah.
points, 9 rebounds. 50% from the field, 50% from three. The only okay, we done
Can't
gave
name it.
props. Now I gotta go ahead and keep it real. Amir Ali, his minutes need to be reduced. He went 2 for 9, 1 for 5 from three. Uh, he did have 5 assists. I just feel like his game don't work for that system, bro. It's like he be trying. It just
I don't
mm,
know. Yeah, but when it's crazy because when like I watched Amir Ali and EYBL, he bro, that's why I say he kind of remind me of Imani Bates. He
oh yeah,
give me that. So with this like lineup, he gotta play. I mean, with this team, he gotta play in a weird spot. Like he don't like he's not on the way everybody else play. Like his play style, like he can play make real good and he can shoot, but it's like I don't think he know how to do it well with when everything's running well with everybody else. He kind of always the odd man out. I'm gonna say that. So when I watched him at EYBL, he had his own team. So I think that's probably what he probably need that if he want to be like if he want like everybody to kind of be impressed with him or have the eyes on him, because with the way IMG run stuff, it's so well put together. I think he just not like he just kind of be like a sore thumb. Like he just kind of just always sticking out. You know what I'm saying?
I,
Like
I ain't gonna lie, Footy. I ain't going. Put him on the bench, put in Jameer Jones, bro. Because if you like Jameer Jones in that
he
game,
said,
bro,
I'm not going.
like Jameer Jones just was making plays. Like he was just a
Oh yeah,
positive on the court. One of those dudes that you don't gotta call no plays for. It's just like, oh
yep.
shit, got offensive rebound, put back. Oh shit, he in transition. Oh shit, he grabbed another big rebound. I feel like IMG needs more of that than what Ali brings.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I agree with too, because they got a lot of dudes who can do what Mir Ali do and more. So it's like that's why I'm saying like he kind of get into that spot where he like damn. I can't do. I really ain't. You know what I'm saying. I'm not good enough to do what all them doing. So I kind of just gotta be out here looking crazy as hell. So you're right. I agree 100%. If they gotta switch the lineup, switch it up. But I like IMG. They like uh my favorite team to watch. Every time I see
Mhm.
IMG, no matter who they playing, I gotta tap in because it's IMG. Even without Bryson Tucker, they still is fun to watch. That's what I
Yeah.
like. That's what I like. Cause with him, when they got him and they play and they like, cause they always play like this. When they got him, they're even better. They even better when they got their main guy. And without him, they still fun to watch. So this just goes to show IMG depth. They real deep. And they like ain't no telling who gonna go off when or how, but everybody gonna play their part. or they gonna overplay their part. So I like IMG.
How do you how do you how do you think they shot from the field against Oak Hill? What do you like? Just take a guess of their field goal percentage.
55.
Damn. No, they shot 52%. But bro, they're in high school. That's just
Damn,
crazy.
that was
They
close.
shot.
Yeah,
They shot
52 is crazy.
that's, I wish you would have went a little lower so it would have looked better, but you good.
Yeah,
Uh,
that 50, it's still 50.
Now Oak Hill kind of suck, but I love a team,
I'm like,
bro.
man,
It's
I was just finna
weird.
say that they okay can't win a game, but they got play, bro. They really got good players. You can't if anybody. I just say this: if we wasn't watching full fledged watching NIBC and we used to see the standards, we'd be like, damn, Oak Hill is trash. But when you watch them, I can agree. Oak Hill really be playing they heart out, fool. Like they really be playing good. Like they just can't. Like I seen games where they play the first 3 quarters, they play outstanding. Fourth quarter come, they just stop. I done seen games where they had like that. And I seen games where they was losing all game and they made it a game at the end, but they still lost. They just can never finish for real. They can never finish in when they playing in NIBC. And this I don't know if you want to say this playing, coaching, but they got good players. They got good players. The players literally be showing up. So I don't want to just say it's like if it's just like, oh, they players all right. They got good players. I think it's just like a whole bunch of coaching, and then they just get the short end of the stick because the teams they be playing ain't scrubs. But you gotta win something.
Can I tell you what I think it is?
What you think?
Uh, who do you think their two best players are on Oak Hill, in your opinion?
Uh, we know who the first one is, but I'm trying to see who's second. Who I think the second
Who
best.
you think the first one is?
What's his name?
The
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 big
the, the candidates is Michael.
underrated candidate. Michael Robinson. I think that's who they best player supposed to be and can be and need to be. I think
Me.
that's the guy who they need to have because we see him flash. We just see Michael Robinson flash a lot. And I feel like if they put the trust in Michael Robinson, he could be their number one option. And I think who I don't know who second who would I
Josh
call second.
Holloway and Dante Russo Nance. This is my
Uh,
problem.
you can say Holloway. I give it to Holloway, I guess.
I give it to Holloway too, but here's my problem with Holloway. He took 16 shots. He was 6 for 16.
It was the
He had
hardest.
5 assists, but he had 4 turnovers. Michael Robinson had 5 turnovers.
Oh, that's
Uh,
bad. Yeah.
for those two to be the primary ball handlers and to combine for 9 turnovers and only 6 assists,
Sheesh.
uh, that's just a problem. And I'm gonna compare it to Blue Kane and JaCoy Hutchinson. JaCoy Hutchinson and Blue Kane combined for 9 assists and 4 turnovers. So it's like, you know, it's a game of possessions, especially like when you're trying to knock off a team like IMG with the depth they got, and
Man.
lost players and they don't have the depth. So you gotta control the ball. They had 19 total turnovers. They damn near had 20 turnovers. So when you do stuff like that, you can't expect to
Damn.
win. And I will go back to the point. Michael Robinson is clearly the best player, the best talent on Oak Hill. But he
Yeah.
only took 6 shots, but he was 4 for 6. He was 4 for 6. He hit a three. He was 100% from three. He had 11 points, 7 rebounds, and it's just like he's just a very efficient player. But I feel like he's too passive. There's no
Yeah.
way Holloway is the point
I
guard taking
agree.
15 shots and have to be the bailout guy every possession. When you're 6'7", 225, you got a lightning quick first step. You can catch and shoot. He's a good passer when he can actually see. Sometimes he try to overdo it, or he try to pass too late or pass too early.
Yes. That's the problem.
Uh, but other than that, yeah, I think Dante Russo Nance is one of the best role players because he'll have 2 assists, 5 rebounds, a block, you know what I'm saying, some steals. Like he that type of guy.
Mhm.
And then you'll throw him on the best wing. But I feel like they got 3 good solid players, but I just feel like they lack depth and then they lack controlling the assist to turnover ratio.
Yeah.
So that's really Anything else you want to say about that game?
Um,
Talk about Blue Cane. You can talk about Blue Cane.
I was gonna. I ain't gonna talk too much about Blue Cane because we already got a
Okay.
segment based around their players. But
Okay.
man, I kind of been talking about Blue Cane for like weeks now, just because every time I watch IMG, Blue Cane is doing everything right. I ain't seen Blue Cane play under or just like real bad. Like even if he ain't even shooting well, he defending well, playmaking well, or just he just doing something. And he's just one of those players. I think for the team and his role for that team, I think he just real important. I feel like if Blue Cane went out there in some of those positions, that they wouldn't won. They wouldn't win a game. Like
Mm.
he just one of those players. Like you gotta have him on the floor. I think Blue Kane's just real important to that team. But that's it. I ain't gonna talk too much. He one of my favorite players though. I like watching little bro.
Um, I don't know if you want to talk. Do you want to talk about Montverde, Wasatch? We can get to the. We really can talk about either one you want. We can talk about long. Oh, we can talk about Luhai and La Lumiere real quick, 'cause since we ain't covered Luhai yet.
Okay.
Uh, so Luhai versus La Lumiere. Luhai won 66-63.
Mm-hmm.
Just how did you feel about the game? You remember anything? How you feel about it?
Uh, I think at first I think if I'm not mistaken, when I watched the first half, Luhai just was they just like I think La Lumiere started out good. And then Luha, like they had started on a little run, and then Luha just kind of took it and was up here the whole time. Like they kind of had made it where the stretch was kind of where they damn near was finna be leading by 20 points. And then La Lumer had to kind of knock the lead back down. And
Yeah, it was 37-26 in the first half.
yeah, so
Luhai.
they was kind of it was looking like it was one of those games like we got another good team in NIBC versus a team who's still trying to figure everything out. And they came and knocked the lead back down and gave it where it was really a good game. Like all in all, it was really a good game. And so everything from watching, it was just like I think it went from being just so dominant to competitive real quick like this. But like we said, like when Lalu Mir can figure it out and be on, they own. And when they can be a good team, like they can be a top team for real. So that game, I just really think it was just off of Luha not giving up and doing what they got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Can I give you some interesting stats from
Yeah,
the
give me a
game?
sign.
Latimer, they were. Oh, damn, I just had it.
And they said he had it and lost that fast.
They were 51% from the field,
Ooh,
30% from 3-point line. Luhai was 44% from the field and 29% from 3-point line.
man,
The thing that Luhai won in terms of percentages, they were 77% from the free throw, while uh La Lumiere, I said La Lumiere. Yeah, that's right. They was 55% from
it's
free
hard
throw.
with them two names. Them L's kind of throwing
Yeah.
me off. I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to call Luha La Lumer 3 times.
And I wanted to point out something because I really felt like Jaden Ross had a good first half and a terrible second half.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I felt like Jaden Reed had one of the better point guard games that I done
Yeah.
seen. Uh, he had 7 assists. He did have 5 turnovers, but he also had 4 steals, 21 points. Uh, he was 3 for 8 from three, but he was 7 for 15 overall. I feel like he just constantly impacted the game. He kept making the plays when they needed the plays. And
Yeah.
I look for that more than I look for the box score. I feel like him and Jaden Ross in that first half, they really was making the plays. The second half, VJ Edgecombe, I ain't gonna lie, he was getting clamped by Zay Lowry.
Yeah.
Lowry was clamping
Yep.
Edgecombe. Like, oh man, Zay Larry just got it. He's my favorite perimeter defender. But the thing about VJ Edgecombe, he stays relentless. Like
Yes.
it's like he's one of those players that do have that number one option intangibles. Like it don't matter what's going on, he's gonna try his hardest to will his team to a victory. And I felt like during the closing moments of the game when he got that steal and then he
Yep.
passed it and like that and one on Gus Yalden. Those were superstar plays in the final moments of the game, even when he wasn't playing good. Him and Caleb
Facts.
Lynn is like they proved they lived up to their names of being like top players for their team just because even when shit wasn't going right for them, they didn't give up, they didn't pout, they didn't hang their head. They made the plays when they needed to make the plays, even
Facts.
regardless of how the game was going. So I do want to give VJ his props on that. But we got to get to Gus Yalden, bro.
Oh
He
yeah,
had
big good.
big Gus. He had 21 points. He only had 3 rebounds, but he was 7-11 from the field. He had two threes, 50% from three. And he just, like you
Always
said
50%.
earlier, he just always making plays. And he's always making plays like in the second half as well.
Yeah,
Like,
clutch, real clutch. And he loved the. I think he like when they down. I think he like when he gotta overcome adversity. When he just gotta at least bring the lead. Like if I just gotta go on a quick run, like just a quick 6 points, get all the rebounds, and just going like a little hot streak. He always real good in them moments. So that's why I think he's just gonna be like the perfect college big when he get to. Like I feel like you ain't gonna have to really tell Gus nothing. Just let
yeah.
Gus be Gus. Like and he ain't gonna be. I won't be surprised if when it go by and Gus get in college and he become like one of them player of the year candidates just because he run a
Mhm.
team so well, I wouldn't be surprised because he can do everything. I can tell he want to win, so I wouldn't be surprised if he can be one of them dudes who can win a couple tournaments and stuff like that.
I told you he might just only be college good, but I think he could be college great.
Yeah.
He reminds me
Facts.
of Luke Herringody. I know that
Yeah.
sounds ugly, but Luke Herringody at Notre
People know
Dame,
if you know you know Luke.
problem.
If you know you know.
He was a problem. Could shoot a little bit, big body, had a post game, good passer, and everything Gus Yalden, he checks every box outside that body. But
Yeah.
I really like Gus Yalden game. I feel like Caleb Glenn had a good game. Zay Lowry disappointed me this game.
Oh, this game. Yeah.
Uh, he had 7 turnovers, and I felt like the second
Turnover.
half he just started doing too much. He just started doing too much. He started trying to go
Yeah.
1-on-1. That's not your game, bro.
Yeah.
Uh, he went over 4 from 3, and it's just like you a knockdown shooter. So it's just he just had an off game, but he did have
Yeah.
9 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Like the thing I love about Lalu Murray is they really hardly ever have bad games, even when they get their ass whooped.
Yes, that's the crazy part. Like that's what I'm saying. Like even like it's only a hint. Like them, and it's like a couple teams really that just like even when they getting smacked, they still efficient. They still like you can't really blame it on they players sometimes. It's like they had a good game, so how they lose? It's probably just like little small turnovers or a little or defense a little bit. Like it depends on which way you want to go, but it just be little small stuff. The reason they lose, they didn't manage the ball well. They didn't run a play here, like little small stuff. But they're a good team. They're a good
Yeah,
team.
they had 18 turnovers, so that's really the
Yeah,
killer.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Shout out Trenton Walters. We don't really talk about him,
Yeah,
but
we
he had
don't
14 points. He was very efficient. But I hate this when it comes to point guards. 2 assists, 4 turnovers.
yeah, when your assist is that low, and then you have turnovers, we just hold PGs to a high standard. I don't care what PG you are. You gotta be able. You gotta know this. This is your game. You gotta know how to make assists and do less turnovers. Your turnover, your assist and turnover ratio gotta be. Come on, man. We can't be doing this. So these point guards is very underwhelming. I don't care if you had 40 points. If you a point guard, you're supposed to be the guy, or run the offense. You're a point guard, and you have 40 points, but you got 6 turnovers and 1 assist. I'm gonna still be mad. I don't care how many points you score. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be mad. Like, bro, I don't care how many points you score. Like, as point guard, you bringing the ball up, you doing all this. You got 6 turnovers, 1 assist. That means you just out here just shooting the ball. So it's
Yeah.
like just you can't you can have a good game and a bad game at the same time. But I know if it was me and I'm scouting, I'm not even happy with you. I'm not even gonna try to give you. I'm not giving you no. Hey, let's go and send him a scholarship. Nah, we're not doing that because I need your assist turnover ratio to be. on point. You cannot be in this mud having all these turnovers and a little bit of assists. Sir, what is up with you over there? Jesus.
So this is the last thing I want to say about the Luha Lalimir game. I feel like the fact that Luha they were losing in terms of field goal percentage and 3-point percentage, and they still found a way to win this game and kind of control the game start to finish. I feel
Yeah.
like that just is a testament to how good of a team Luha is. BJ Edgecombe didn't shoot that great. Nobody shot that
Mm-hmm.
great. And the fact that they kind of
Really?
control the game start to finish, it's just a testament to how good they are. And I think this is the last game we'll recap Oak Hill and AZ just because we ain't talked AZ yet.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm just gonna kind of start with AZ and just yikes. I'm gonna start with their percentages, bro. I'm gonna start with
AZ
their
was
percentages. You
terrible,
know
bro.
how I feel about AZ. I feel like AZ is the worst offense in NIBC. Maybe one of the worst offenses I've seen in high school basketball up until this point. Uh, I'm being dead serious, buddy.
Now,
They
we talk about this. So, I believe you and I agree with you on that level. Cause, hey, just talk about it. Let's go ahead, hear you out. Go
They
ahead.
shot 37% from the field, not from three, from the field. 37% from the field. They shot
Like
18% from the 3-point line.
all the time, bro. This is not the first game, bro. We can go down the line in a game where they shot 30% and they 3-pointers was even worse. This is not the first time, bro. They
And they had
shoot
to come
bad
back
like this a lot.
and they had to come back and win. Oak Hill should have won this game. But
Yep.
this goes back to when I said I felt like AZ is the best defensive team in NIBC because their offense is so horrible. And they've only
Mm-hmm.
lost like 1 or 2 games, bro. Like this is a terrible offense. Like literally one of the worst. Like it's hard to get through an AZ game. I'm gonna go be
It
honest with
really is. Hey, you're not the only one. When I watch AC, I found myself looking off a lot or just doing something else a lot until the fourth quarter. When the fourth quarter come, I think they the best. I even think they offense wake up in the fourth quarter. Like when it comes down to them trying to win, I think they got a couple key players that always show up so they won't lose. But
you.
overall, the game be terrible. But the fourth quarter, they defense and they always just end up pulling it together in the fourth quarter. What
Mm.
man?
Um, I want to give flowers to Jordan Ross and True Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if it wasn't for them, man, man, because
We
we gonna get to it when we talk about our underrated and our underwhelming players. But
mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say this about this AZ Oak Hill game. I feel like Oak Hill should have just won this game.
Yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
Josh Holloway, he was 5 for 17. Like he's very inefficient because last time we just talked about it, he was 6 for 60. Uh, he had 4 6 3 turnovers. Micah Robinson, once again, 4 for 7 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3-point, 10 points, 3 rebounds, but he had 3 turnovers, 2 assists. So his shot volume needs to go up because he's their most efficient player by far. And
Facts.
he needs to quit trying to do too much when it comes to passing. Like he'll just overpass sometimes, he'll underpass sometimes. But in terms of scoring the basketball, I feel like Michael Robinson needs to take a chunk of the shots. Josh Holloway doesn't need to take over 15 shots a game. He doesn't need to do that. I
He
want
do that.
Michael Robinson to be taking at least 10 shots a game. Holloway about 12 because he is the point guard. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of even that out. But I feel like it was just another solid performance from Michael Robinson, and I just wish he shot more. This is the second straight game where he was over
Second.
10, but he didn't have over 10 attempts. So it's like he's efficient, but he's just not. He doesn't have the volume. Uh, I can't even talk about AZ without like skipping to our underwhelming players because I'm looking
Yeah, we
through that.
got yeah.
Just
Let's
want
hey, we're gonna have by
to
this
get right
this we
into
gotta jump we gotta jump right into it because it's gonna keep coming up because a lot of these teams and players have been underwhelming, bro.
that.
So
So let's start out underwhelming. Go on, talk about AZ, man. Go ahead, man.
bro. Okay, from the people who've been over here, You got the Rayvon Griffith.
Mm-hmm.
Just I don't know what he's doing. I watched him EYBL and I watched him like I think when he before he came to AZ, he don't I just don't think he fit. I don't think they're running. Really, they not running no offense, nothing. First of all, let me go and throw that. Let me go and throw that out there. So I don't think AZ get his off. I don't think they even letting him.
Mm-hmm.
Victorious Miller has been very underwhelming. He's not shooting well, and I don't watch like 4-5 straight games where Victorious Miller was just out there and crying and complaining about not getting a call or missing a floater instead of just getting back on defense. Um, who else
Zach
can I?
High
High South.
and
He's
Wine.
too big to be whining, and you too big to be soft. Like he's supposed to be real. His touch supposed to be where it's supposed to be. I done seen games where he done had touch, shooting the ball well, did a little bit of stuff athletically that he's not doing no more. I don't know what's going on with him, and but I don't think they running no good offensive sets. I think for True Washington and Ross to be your best players every game,
With all
it's
these damn
like, come
five
on,
stars and
come
bro,
on,
it
bro. Like they be fighting for real. Like Jordan Ross and True Washington literally be fighting, and you gotta and Compton show up too. You gotta give props to Compton. Compton always show up. He always have a little stretch where he either getting the clutch rebounds blocked or he just doing putting up a clutch putback. So I gotta give him his props too. But besides them,
it's come up with a top 10 most underwhelming.
woo, boy, half of AZ might be on that list.
Zach, I got Victorious,
Yep.
Rayvon, uh,
Victorious and Ravens. Yep. You can put them in any
uh,
order too.
for like who else has been underwhelming? I got
um
for a different
uh
team.
Marvell Allen.
Marvell Allen for Montverde,
Um who else I could think of that's been underwhelming?
Sean Stewart for
Sean
Montverde,
Stewart, yeah. Um
Amir Ali for where he's ranked.
Harwell, he been kind of underwhelming a little bit. He
Yeah,
kind of
I give, I
he been on like he been like jumping in, jumping out, but where
give
he's supposed to be ranked in that 2025 class is underwhelming.
yeah.
Underwhelming. So him it's some more I gotta think of that's just not here. Man, I think AZ and Montverde got just a couple players that's like, yeah, that's just real under that ain't kind of been what Kwame. I don't think Kwame been doing nothing. But we kind of felt a certain way about him. I think he flashed like one of these tournaments, and I ain't seen him ever since.
I think Layden Blocker has been a little bit
Oh yeah,
under.
Leighton Blocker too. Yep, later, yeah, for sure.
Uh, I
Yeah,
think Bruzelis has kind of turned the corner.
yeah.
So
Bruzelis turned it up because we was on his butt last month or something. We was just on his
mm,
butt. We was just literally talking about Bruzelis, and he kind of it's like he heard in this. But it's a lot of players like this. Like the people was gonna be big players. The most underwhelming though out of everybody, Victorious is by far the worst right now. Victorious is out of there. He out of there right now. I think he number one for sure on no matter
so
who
he,
list. Victorious should be the most underwhelming.
yeah, okay.
You said what?
I
Oh,
agree with
okay.
that. I agree with it.
Yeah,
I agree with it. Him, Rayvon, and I would say Sean Stewart. Those three, because Sean Stewart, you're a top 10 in your class. You coming off the bench like
yeah.
for underclassmen. You're a senior, a top 10 senior at
That's
that.
bad, bro.
So like Asa Newell's not terrible, but the fact you're not starting over Asa Newell is nasty. So Sean
That's
Stewart's up there
crazy.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I gotta give I gotta give Sean Stewart more
I think
credit. Then.
Liam McNeely has even went cold.
Man,
Marvell Allen. Uh, yeah, yeah. It sound like a lot of Montverde shit, AZ shit going on, ain't it? Uh, but Let's go now. Let's sweeten up the topic a little bit. Let's go to our underrated slash
Man,
out of nowhere guys. I got three. I'm gonna let you start though.
I got Blue Kane, Jordan
Mhm,
Ross.
mhm.
Who's my third? I was literally just doing this before we got on here. Who the hell was my third for
You gonna put True on there?
underrated? I really want to put True, but I had like True fourth when I did this. I forgot who I had third. I'll put True up there because I can't remember who I had third. True was fourth on mine. I had did like a 5, but I can't remember who I had third. So I'm gonna just throw True up there. You can throw True up there.
I got I
Ah,
got
damn, I know
Zay.
who it is.
Who? Go ahead.
Jaden Ross.
Jaden Ross.
The other Ross. Jaden
Oh,
Ross.
for
That's who.
Luha.
Yeah, for Luha. Jaden
Oh,
Ross.
you stole it. Okay,
Oh, that was
so
that was yours?
one of mine. Yeah, he
Ah, that's crazy. I didn't even think that. Hey, bro, do not come here with that,
uh,
please.
so I'm a piggyback off your three and just add Zay Lowry. I think a knockdown shooter, best perimeter defender,
Mm-hmm.
and Michael Robinson. I feel like he
Yeah.
could be the most talented. Like in terms of, he probably got the highest ceiling out of
Yeah, I was
anybody.
just gonna say that's the ceiling. He the ceiling player. If he with the body he already got, if the skill and everything come along with it, there'll be a player we won't be surprised with. Like if it happened for him and he become what he's supposed, because he only gonna get bigger.
Bro,
He
you see
only
that
gonna
nigga
come on.
legs, bro?
Yes, come on, man. He's huge.
When to go with that first step, Michael Robinson gonna be a problem,
Bro.
bro.
He have an NBA body right now. Like usually we see some dudes who like they body be looking good, but like they just gotta add a little bit more for it to be NBA body. He got NBA body right now. He
Yes.
got NBA body right now. Ain't no way he's doing 220, 220 right now. Like that's not no high school body, man.
It's like, whew,
Go in there.
that boy. If he, I hope he come back to Oak Hill next year. I'm pretty sure he will
Oh, he
come back
will.
to Oak Hill next year. Hopefully, they put a solid squad around him and like make him the focal point of the offense.
Facts.
Because the fact that we want him to shoot more, that's a good sign in itself. It's like, bro, take more shots. So yeah, Michael Robinson and Zay Lowry for me. And I guess you could throw Gus Yalden in there, but he's not underrated. He's the star player.
Yeah. Yo, give me this, bro. No.
And then we pretty much touched on everything. We do got. I guess we can preview Hoop Hall, the
Oh yeah, for sure.
next coming high school event. What's going on with Hoop Hall? How you feel about that? What's coming up?
Shit, man. I'm just ready to see good basketball. I'm excited because it's a lot of some of these teams we done seen, and then some of these teams we haven't seen, and some of these teams we haven't seen the matchups like that they kind of putting together. So we finna see a lot of good matchups and a lot of good teams, like overall good teams. A lot of these teams we done seen, like Bishop Gorman, we seen a couple times. You know how we feel about them, and they score. So
Mm.
we done seen bro, how can I take if you in the goddamn shit? Here, get down, please, because this is
Hoop
he's turned up
Hall.
the. How we gonna make these in the clips? Oh my god. Shit.
So we got
But where? First of all, girl, where your mom at?
these is on Baller TV. It's gonna be on Baller TV. What's Baller TV?
That's wait. They on Baller TV. They on ESPN too, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be, but everything is on Baller TV though. All the ones that's not on ESPN is on Baller TV. So if you figure out how to watch Baller TV, you can watch them all.
No.
So a couple games. You got Camden and Centennial at 6 on January 14th, Saturday.
Yeah.
You got Senior Citro versus Columbus
Yeah.
on 7:30 on Saturday.
See,
You
that's a
got
good one.
Wheeler versus Bishop Gorman 9:30 on Saturday. Uh, you got Carlton Hayes versus Hotel on Sunday. And
Oh yeah, that's. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good backcourt matchup right there. That's gonna be
So
a good backup. See, that's what I'm saying. Like some of these teams we done seen, but it's the matchups that I'm liking. Like I'm liking like the C Camden's Centennial. Then I think they gonna end up playing Bishop Gorman. I think who else I seen that's supposed to be playing?
Hurricane and Columbus play on January 16th on Monday at 1.
Yeah, so it's like it's just gonna be we're gonna be able to see a little bit of everybody that we kind of know about, or just like some of the top players we're gonna be able to see them. So this like these matchups that we're gonna see is kind of just gonna prove like who the best of the best, and we just gonna see like who really top the real top teams, because most of these teams either in the top 25 or we just know of because they good teams. What do you want, bro? What you want? You don't even eat fruit snacks.
So I mean that's pretty much it. We didn't hit everything. Literally, that was
Damn, we
right.
did that shit right on time too.
But so what's your favorite matchup? Hoopah. What's like what you looking most forward to? Who and what team? Like what player, what team?
Uh, I'll say first, you gotta go Camden, just because they got the number one player. So I want to see where because I ain't seen it live, but we done seen little stuff that's coming up about DJ, but we haven't seen it live. So I'm just ready to see Camden period as a team, and I'm ready to see DJ to see how just kind of how he's separating himself from everybody else. Cause we've been seeing a lot. He either dropping 30 or 25. So we've been seeing that a lot, and they playing good teams. So we've been seeing that a lot, bro. Please, you finna take a nap, bro, because you fucking up everything. But so I'll probably say Camden DJ. I really want to see who else do I want to see?
I want to see Rosalie, man. I ain't got to see
Yeah, I
see.
would say Rose Lee. Yeah, we ain't seen that. We ain't seen it's somebody else on there that I haven't seen. But a
Stephon
lot of
Newton. I think Newton played some.
no,
Stephon,
no,
I'm telling you about Stephon
no,
Castle, man.
no. That
6'6",
Stefan, man, people, hey, but he gave Duncanville 40.
I'm
He
telling you.
gave Duncanville 40. If anybody know who Duncanville is, the Texas team, and what they about is defense, and he gave them, I think, 44, if I'm not mistaken. And we love Cows. We love Cows. He got the perfect shooting
Yes.
guard frame, the skill. He got everything you need in a shooting guard, and people don't know he's next up. He's
They got
next up.
it's Newton versus IMG on Saturday, January
Ooh.
14th. I want to see that. I
Bro, I
want to
gotta,
see
man, let
that.
me see how you do baller TV.
That's what I was looking into right now. I was gonna try to do that after we get up over here.
So we can
But
watch everything, because it say, do you gotta pay for this? Is it free? Oh, it say feature in live streams, replay. So it's probably gonna be live streaming.
okay.
It's one of those. Okay, if it's like that, then we good. Let me
A-
download the app just in case.
Anything else you want to say? Cause we hit everything.
We talked about, yeah, I think we hit everything kind of fast too. Damn, that was a quick episode. And then I had all these badass kids acting up over here, but you know, besides that, I think we touched everything.
We hit everything, bro. Hey, Zay Lowry, I'm on the board. I'm
Hit.
on board. And say he gonna make it to the league just because he got an NBA skill set. That's really what I like.
Mm-hmm.
About
Oh yeah,
6'5", long
and
arm.
Jameer Jones is 2025 too. 2025.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That see what 2025. I don't know what they doing,
Bro, and then I think that's
bro.
probably why he don't get too much burn, because they doing the sophomores kind of like where they just kind of gonna end up having to step up, like as the when everything go, like when the older they get, I guess. But Jameer Jones is gonna be real big. He 2025. I think he if I'm not mistaken, he probably like a top 3 wing in that class. Top 3.
2025. Let me look for you real quick.
Yeah, so Puller, I think if I'm not mistaken, when they was talking about wings, I know for sure he was one of them. He had a good EYBL too, cause he played flag them a couple times.
Uh,
Oh my god.
Jameer Jones is 10th in the class. 10th in 2025. But that'll be it. Kids going wild. Fuddy Delight. Diddy Knows Ball. The class of their own, episode 6. Until next time.